Hey beauties, good afternoon to you. So beautiful people, many of you should know by now about these 17 people who were gunned down. Well, let's say gunned down, not all 17 have died, but the total number we heard initially were 8 people. I heard that it went up, the bodies went up to 11. So, and the remaining 6 are in critical condition. Their situation is dire, desperate, because of a diabolical act. I'm not sure if it is somebody I spoke with a colleague, if they got any information on it and they heard that it could have been a reprisal killing, because you did this to me, I'm going to get back at you. And beautiful people, what do I say? Really, there's nothing to say, because I'm not sure what is really happening here in Jamaica. I'm not sure what is really going on, because this has gone beyond unacceptable. And I'm wondering if international bodies cannot intervene to stop this, because it's getting worse and worse. And the number of people who are dying, they're in one sweep. It's not like you would say 2 people today, maybe next week another 1 or 2 and 3 and 4. You have 17 people who were shot and more than half have died. 17 people in one district in Clarendon. What's the name of it? Cherry Lake, Cherry Lane, Cherry Walk. I don't even remember the name of it. 17 people. And among those people, the 11 people who have died in one family, I saw the woman walking, because I don't know, I hope her mind is still here. She lost her husband. I don't know if it's all of her children in the 11, if it is 11 and not 8, that have died. And I think we have exhausted talking about this situation. We have exhausted talking about these things, and the numbers are increasing in one sweep. Again, when I say in one sweep, like just in all of them in one go, as Jamaicans would say. Not like one now, maybe one person next week. I'm not saying that that's what should happen, but I'm just letting you know that, the bodies are piling up too many, far too many in quick succession. And it is a chronic situation. It is bad. It is really bad. I heard the Prime Minister talking that they're not going to get away. I even saw a little clipping of some soldiers, and I don't know, I didn't say, I think police officers were there. I don't know if it's how I was looking, the angle in which I was looking, to say 4 people, I think they were arrested. I'm not sure. Something of the sort. I was looking, because you can't even follow these stories until you hear it properly from credible sources of information. And I begin to say, I want to weep for my country, Jamaica, because we just came out of so-called independence, because truly we're not emancipated, nor are we independent. And the reality is that we are suffering greatly and gravely, and nothing is being done. It's just that we're a country of talkers. When the spirit of talking was being given out, it was thrusted upon us. We were doused in it. We were submerged, immersed in talking. But the talking, it's like quantity without quality. To a great extent, people, if what I'm saying is false, then we would not have the sort of mayhem that we're facing, the sort of social mayhem that we are facing. We would not have that. We would not have that. That is the reality in our country. Quantity, not quality. And things are not done. When we look at it from an economical perspective, many people are bawling, many people are crying, because they're suffering greatly and gravely. The public sector workers, when we look at the crime and the violence, it is high. It must be a stench in the nostrils of God. When we look at the domestic violence against children, the stench must be high in the nostrils of God. And we're not doing anything about it. Really and truly. Because there are too many entanglements. Entanglement. Meaning this person is entangled with this person and they should not have been. So that is one of the things that the Bible talks about, spiritual wickedness in high places. People who you put on pedestal should not even be there. They probably should be under your feet. No disrespect. In terms of the life that they live. Because of greed, because of power, because of money. Because of greed, because of power, because of money. So our country isn't improving. People benefit from crime and violence. And they love it. They revel in it, not understanding that one fine day, crime and violence will visit them. And trust me, it's not going to be a wonderful visit. Because they're going to come with everything. All the ammunition, all the firearms, all the handcuffs, all the batons, all the fire bombs. They're going to come with it. You know, the Bible says if you reward evil with good, evil will never leave your doorstep. We're not talking about when you do good to those that hate you. That's not what it means. So if a child does wrong and you laugh with the child and you don't scold the child, you do not reprimand the child, then what you're saying is, I want a monster to be raised. That's exactly what is happening. You understand what I'm saying? So if you reward evil with good, evil will never leave your doorstep. And that is what is happening with us in Jamaica. We reward evil with good. Just, you know, in a very vast way, in a grandiose way. That is what is happening in this country. And the people who are doing good, we don't reward them good for it. We don't reward them good for it. And our country and our people are suffering greatly. And people are afraid. Fear is crippling this country. That is why we don't have healthy protests. Because fear. I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose that. I don't want them to kill this, that, and the third for me. And the reality is, the very thing that you fear came upon you. Job said it. The very thing that I feared came upon me. The very thing that you fear come upon you. And this is crazy. 17 people shot in one district. And more than half have died. The rest are battling for life. And all you hear is who is not going to get away. All right, so if it is reprisal, it tells a story that people are going to be taking revenge in their hands. So which other district that you're going to find more than 17 people dying? I'm not calling this into being. Let us have a conversation about what is really happening in our country. Because these things are a stench in the nostrils of God. I can guarantee you that he's going to act very soon, because people are inviting him into the situation. I'm one of them. Asking him to really... You understand? We're inviting God into the situation. It makes no sense to talk to the authorities either. They're not doing anything, or it's not effective, because some of the people that they're entangled with will not benefit. You know, this is crazy. You know, is it the Italian mafia or one of those mafias, I'm told, that no matter how, and these are the Colombians or one of them, they have a rule. They have a rule book, you know, in the organized crime, you know, that ensure that innocent blood is not shed. Even they respect, you know, what God says he hates. Remember, there are 7 things that God detests, you know, and it says shedding innocent blood. And you know, when you hear about like the Colombians and the this and the that and the others, you know, people, even you have to put Jamaicans there too, you know, one of the rule, because they know the repercussions of shedding innocent blood. So even those people have to be very cautious. They say, don't shed innocent blood. One of them, you know, in a mafia world, will tell you that. And we have no regard for life. But you're going to one day have regard for life. I guarantee you. The God that I serve, who sits high and looks low, Jehovah God, he will not ignore this. He will not ignore this. And the others that have gone, it will not go unpunished. It will not be undealt. So I leave it in the hands of God. It makes no sense to reach out to authorities. I'm tired of it. I am tired of it. Guys,